you guys. It's me, weetss, with the Artz Over Anxiety workshop. I'm here today to talk to y'all about sometimes you gotta let things go, right? And practice what you preach. Today is a beautiful day. I'm sitting here. I'm about to show my exhibit at the beautiful Piano Craft Gallery in Boston on Tremont Street. On July 14th is my opening night. I'm gonna tell you a little story about how I got here to this, and I didn't even know it. God is so amazing in so many different ways. And this exhibit means so much to me. I never seen all my paintings hanging up at one time. And I have always strived to, one day I'm gonna have a gallery open, or, one day I'm gonna be at the Met Gala. I dream big, right? And ain't nothing wrong with dreaming big, because no matter how far-fetched somebody might think your dream is, believe me, it can be achieved, okay? Hard work, sweat, tears, sacrifice. Sometimes you want to give up, but your passion and just something in your soul always brings you back to what you want to do. Don't get me wrong, life be life, and you have to put some things that are considered hobbies and your dreams on the back burner so that you can get a real job. You got to pay rent, Sprint, insurance, cable, and the list goes on. And let's not even talk about eating, gas. Man, it's a lot, okay? So sometimes when life be life, and you got to get a real job. And a lot of things like art, music, and cooking and things like that become hobbies, But circumstances of life always have brought me back to music and art, and I love to cook. Some people tell me I'm in the wrong business. I should be a chef. I should open a restaurant. I just love all the arts, even fashion. Come on now, I love fashion. I'm a slave to it, been since newborn. And one thing about it, it has saved my life. It has saved my son's life. And over the course of these 3 weeks, it's been so amazing how keeping the faith, letting things go, and then letting it go and knowing that everything's gonna be okay. A lot of times people, they'll go and apologize, I'm sorry, or they'll come and apologize to you like, yo, I didn't mean to call you out your name the other day, or I'm sorry I had to break your neck, my bag, I'm sorry. And then the person, oh, okay, it's cool. And you think, the person goes on and think that you didn't let it go, right? Because you didn't apologize. They said, okay. But here it is 3 years later. Oh, you remember that time when you broke my neck and you never did? And, be like, wait a minute. I thought you let that go. I thought we was past that. So it brings you right back to the square one. My daughter is on the Piano Craft Gallery. And she was given this opportunity because I've been with them since 2017, 18. And my daughter she is on the board. And she came home like in January and said, Mommy, I'm gonna get a chance to put your name on. You're gonna be able to have your exhibit, I'm like, what? Yes. I'm happy. February goes by. I'm like, Mousse, don't forget to put me on the list. Mommy, I got it. I'm like, okay, I don't want to nag you. You know what I mean? I know you got it. Last month, she had an operation. She got 4 wisdom tooth out. And during that time, they sent an email saying, you got to put in the information for whoever, your mother or whoever you want to show. It got to be in by this date. Just so happened, I asked her, it was like maybe about a week after she healed up, and I said, Mousse, now what month am I going to be showing? My clean date is October 5th. I'll be clean 22 years on that day, and God lets me live to see that. And my birthday is November 22nd, so I want to do it within those months. So I'm like, what month did I get? And she went to the website and she was like, Mommy, I'm sorry, I missed the date. And I was like, what? You missed a date? Like, what do you mean? Like, you know how passionate I am about art. You know how much I paint. This house look like the Museum of Fine Arts of Sweets, okay? Everybody knows you go to sleep one night and you wake up. I done did a whole painting because I've been stressed out. And I had to escape and use my art over my anxieties. Like I tell you, I wouldn't come and bring my program to you if it didn't work. I cried. I asked her to email Eric, please see if he can get me a spot. They was like, no, sweets, maybe next year, you know. I cried for like about 3 days and 4 nights, and I am not exaggerating, until I had to go to my daughter and explain to her, look, any of your dreams, I'm always there for you. Through college, I made it happen. You made it happen like a 65%. But that other percentage, I made it happen. I signed those parent loans. You want to stay on campus, made that happen. You needed a car, I bought you a car, right? You want to go to Korea, we'll make it happen, okay? I'll give you money. We'll listen. You have your wongs, your yens, whatever you need, we'll make it happen. You couldn't do this for me. I cried in saying this to her, like, why? You know, this is my dream. And she was like, well, I forgot. And she, you know, what was the bad part about it is that she never said, like, damn, I'm sorry. You know what I mean? I am sorry about it. After the 4th day of crying, the 4th night of crying, I came to my daughter and I said, look, I love you. And I'm not gonna be mad or disappointed about this situation. What I am gonna do is keep on painting, and my artwork is gonna be hung up somewhere. I don't care if I have to hang it on top of the Brockton Community Access. Hey, Scott. I'll hang it on top of the roof. My paintings are gonna be seen somewhere. I'm just gonna keep on painting. And I said, don't worry, you know what I mean? Everything will be all right, because I know my daughter inside, she's a good person, but she just is wired different, just like we all are, you know? So I told her, you know, it's okay, all right? I'm gonna let it go. The opportunity is missed, but God has me in the palm of his hands. I'm gonna keep on doing the legwork, and I'm gonna put it in God's hands. Okay. On a Sunday, I was about to buy some tickets to go see my son and me and my grandson. And long story short, because I never want to get too personal about my life, but I want to tell it. The truth and keep it 100 with you guys. And my son is grown. He has moved to Florida, and we're dealing with the transition, let's say it like that. And I was about to buy the tickets, but I didn't. I ended up not buying the tickets. That hurt me. It was a reason why I didn't get them. I won't go into it, but I was hurt. I cried. And one thing about parenting, they say it's hard raising kids. I don't believe that. I think it's challenging raising your children. It's very challenging, but letting them go as adults, that's the hard part. You know, that's the hard part of it. And when you dedicate your life, and me myself, I have dedicated my life to be a great mother. And, you know, I'm not striving to be the perfect mother, because I don't think that exists. There's no handbook on how to be the perfect parent, and if it is one, I don't want it. Every child is different, every situation is different. And now that my kids are grown, I'm finding that they still need me. I think they need me more now than they did when they was younger. You know what I mean? It's hard, but you gotta step back. I always used to say, why in hell do the mother bird push their babies out the nest? That's, as a kid, the mother bird always just push the bird out. The bird be falling, and you know, she don't know if the damn bird can fly. That's her babies, right? But she gotta trust in her heart and soul, like, yo, I done did all the feeding, I done did all the nurturing that I can do Now it's time for you to go fly and spread your wings and be your best person and go have a little nest with your eggs in them. But in order for you to do that, I gotta just push and cast you away. I always thought that was so mean and cruel. But this angle, or let me spread your tail feathers like this, while they trying, they just let go and let God. And that's what I got to do with my son in his situations, you know. I never want to be the mother that be all in anybody's relationship, because I know how love is, you know. And I never want to be the mother that's, you know, if you got a career and you want to change. And, you know, I'm very supportive. I'm very supportive. You see how I am with y'all. You can imagine. My kids are my life. I'll lay down and die right now for them and my grandkids. Right now, with this Artz Over Anxiety, I'm working beyond the grave to give them something to leave behind. Nobody knows how it is when you have talent and you have an ambition and you have drive, but you have no money to do it. You know what I'm saying? I just do this on a budget. You know, being disabled, sometimes you can't judge a book by the cover, you know. I really got some things going on. I don't let that stop me, and I never will. I never will. But right now, I'm in the process of the Artz Over Anxiety workshop, having some fundraisers to help me to keep my shows going at the libraries. I want to go down to the church right across the street. I want to have a day of cookout and give out hot dogs, waters, popsicles. You know, I'm going to give away clothes. I went over there and asked them what did they need. Before I come over there trying to give them something, let me ask them what they need. Like, you know, make it make sense. That's what I say to everybody. If you make it make sense, I'll shut up, because if you don't, I'm going to keep asking questions. So, you know, I'm in the process of fundraising to keep my dream alive. And, you know, in doing it, I have to let my children live their life, you know. My grandson, he needs me, and I know my kids still need me, but I have to trust in the Lord and know that I can't sit here and worry every single day about my son in Florida, or when my daughter leaves for Korea, you know, oh my goodness, you know. I have to trust and believe and let it go. Sometimes with anxiety, you know, you have to cast it away. You know what I mean? And I'm going to stop saying a lot of times, oh Lord, my anxiety is getting to me. Because, you know, that means I'm owning it. I'm saying it's mine. Now, from now on, I'm just going to be like, this anxiety, you know? And that's another tool that I just learned. So I'm giving this advice for you guys to know that tomorrow is a new day. Don't never give up and keep striving. Back to the story where I was saying, me and my son had that problem on, you know, situation on Sunday. The Monday came up. Now it's like 3 weeks after I missed the deadline. Sunday comes up. And Monday comes, and my daughter gets a phone call. She comes in my room, and she's so happy. Mommy, you ain't gonna believe this. You ready for some good news? I'm like, yeah, what's up? She said, Eric just called me from the piano gallery. He got some space for you. And I'm like, what? Do you want to hang your art? Come on, Momo. You know I want to hang my art. She's like, call him. I called him. That was 10:30. I called him at 11 o'clock. Eric, hi, tell me this is true, because I can't believe it. He said, Sweets, somebody's sick. The young lady who was going to hang her art, she got sick. So if you want to come on down and hang your art up and have an exhibit for the whole month, you can do it. Oh my God. I said, well, what time do it? It's like 11:30. How long do I got to bring my art over? He said, you need to be here like at 12. I got 43 paintings together, and I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you guys for the last 15 minutes of this episode. I'm going to be letting you see some of the shots from my soft opening. I'm going to show you some of the shots of just the gallery with my paintings hanging. And this Friday, I'm going to have my grand opening, okay? So it's going to be a reception, and I am so ecstatic. I tell you, I cannot believe it. I tell you guys this story to tell you, when you let things go, the moment I let that go against my daughter and said, look, it's not your fault. You was sick. You know what I mean? If you missed the email, I can't hold you accountable. Like, why? Well, how could you miss it? You know, I had to check myself. That's my daughter. She missed it. She missed it. Hey, I'll get another opportunity down the line. But the minute I said, it's okay, I'm going to let it go. So, baby, I don't want no problems with us. So, you know, don't worry about it. Sometimes things happen. And I don't want you to sit there and absorb all that, because I know I've got some energy that I'm giving off that's crazy right now, because inside I'm like, damn, I do everything for y'all, and my opportunity comes up in a lifetime, what I've been working hard for, and you fumble the bag for me. But as I said, when I let that go, even that day on the phone with my son, I said, we having this little situation now, but you know what? This too shall pass. This is the whole layout of my program and what my art is all about. My art is all about, you can look in the painting and go there for a minute and escape whatever you're going through. You could be crying sad. You could be crying mad. You know, you could be disappointed. Any feelings that you're feeling, right? Okay, go in this painting, walk through the meadow, go up under the rocks, go by the mountains and chill. If you want to smoke, smoke. If you want to have your little drink, get you a little drink. You know what I mean? If you want to take somebody, go ahead. When you come out of this painting, I want you to feel like this too that I was going through when I started looking at this painting. This too shall pass. You know what? Because tomorrow is another day. And never mind tomorrow being another day. God is amazing. He worked like this. If I would have known that I was going to be first to show my exhibit, everybody else went to the back, okay? Now I got to show mine first. Who would have thought? But you know what? I had faith. I gave everything over to God, and I let I cast this anxiety that I have. I cast it away, okay? I can't do it. Because with anxieties, I had felt myself with once I start stressing, my anxieties kick up, my insomnia kicks up, so I can't sleep. I have an eating disorder where it'd be like, damn, did I eat today? Damn, I ain't ate since 2 days ago. If I'm doing stuff and I'm excited, no matter what emotion I'm feeling, when I go down south to my granny's house, I'll be so daggone happy and excited, I can't eat for like a couple of you know, and that's not even 3 times a day. I just have to make sure I eat 1 time a day, because one thing, it's like a domino effect. If my anxiety starts kicking up, then my insomnia starts kicking up, then my depression starts kicking up because I ain't been sleeping, and then I don't eat with that disorder. On top of I got a chronic disease that I'm dealing with. I have to let some things go, okay? Because I'm an empath. I take other people's situations, I want to make them right. If you tell me your problems, I will go home, I will sleep on it. We can have the conversation the other day. I'll come back, look, you remember when you told me that you sad because you didn't, you about to get kicked out? Look, we can go down to Boston Resources, the Circle of Life. They got free lawyers down there. I will try to find a way to help, and that's what I had to check myself with too, because sometimes when people realize that you are an empath, they will drain, and then when I say drain, they'll suck the life out of you. You know what I mean? You'll get off the phone from them, oh Lord, bad job, and mad about this, and I seen this on social media, and he did this, and I don't know. By the time you get off the phone, you're like, whew, Lord have mercy, okay? I need somebody to talk to now. Soul drainers, you know, they're exhausting, and you got to be careful for those people who use empaths like me, that, you know, you could just say something and I'll be on it. Oh God, I need some towels. I ain't got no towels around here. I used to be the person who would listen, and I'll go buy you a whole set and more. You know what I mean? Here's some dish towels, bathing towels, rags, you know, dry out towel. You know, I would do it just because I heard you say that you needed some towels. I had to realize I can't save everybody. You know, all I can do is give a person some words of wisdom. And no, I'm not a counselor, therapist, doctor, right? But I'm a human being that live life in the urban community where a lot of people don't come out. Believe me, I'm scathed. I got scabs and I got scars, okay? Because I was raised by my mom and my granny and them. But, and Slash and my uncles, you know, my family, Uncle Willie. I was raised by my family, but I was dragged by the streets. I was dragged up. So I got scars from that. And I'm going to tell you, if you live to be my age, it's sad to say, without being on drugs, if you never struggle with it, if you have struggled with it, a lot of times I have people who have passed away that was my friends from drinking drugs, you know. I'm just glad that I stopped when I did, you know. The suffering addict, nobody knows, nobody wants to be a drug addict, nobody wants to be an alcoholic, and nobody don't want to be out of control, okay? Because when you're on drugs and substance and liquors and things, it really, really takes the will. You have no more control over your life. You have none. That's why we start with the first step. When you go to NA and AA, God, like, okay, I surrender. I surrender. I'm not in control of what's going on. I am powerless, okay? We're going to have that show on the 12 steps. And when I go over those steps, you don't have to be in NA or AA to abide by this program. I'm telling you, it's really good rules to live by. And one thing about the 12 steps, you can't rush through them. You got to take your time with them. You really have to take your time with each one. When I walked into rehab, and there's like all these 12 steps, I'm like, yo, I could read these right now, you know. I needed some structure. Believe me, I swear to God, I was at rock bottom, and everybody's rock bottom is different. My rock bottom was I was being evicted. I had got fired from my job. My daughter's father who lived with me, he had a no trespass, so that means he wasn't even supposed to even be there. Okay, and I was sneaking in through the backyard, and it was crazy. I had 3 cases. I had 2 cases of assault and battery, a case of shot put against my neighbors. I'm like, even in the Bible, what neighbors got to do with you? Love thy neighbor. I don't think you're supposed to love your neighbor. I think you can like your neighbor, because no matter what, if you live around in the same area, you gotta protect. Now, maybe you should have said protect thy neighbor, and that would have been better, because love is a strong, strong ass word for the neighbors, okay? But anyway, I had a case against them, And one thing about me, I don't have a racial bone in my body. Like, I love people. And shout out to Boston Technical High School, which is Umana High in Boston, Mass. Now they changed the name. One thing that school gave me by being in the urban community, it gave me a sense of diversity. And I love that because the high school I was in at first, High Park High, it was like, wow, everything going crazy, you know, and I'm trying to learn. I always been quiet. I like to learn, you know, and I was noticing, I know you're not supposed to be worried about the next person doing, but I was young, but I always been observant, like what I told you earlier, make it make sense, and then I shut up. But I always been like that. Like, how in the hell is he coming here? He's only here like 3 days out the week, and 2 days out of them days he's sleeping, and I don't see him participate like I do. I don't see him raise his hand like I do, and a couple of other students in here. But when he got his report card, he got a C minus. That means he still passed, right? He's not doing nothing. I'm breaking my neck. I wasn't in an atmosphere that I felt conclusive for me to learn. I could not learn when the next person's not doing what they got to do, you know, or this person's over here rapping in my ear, and, you know, and then it was a lot. So I took it on my own. In the 9th grade, I said, I don't like this school. And they was like, well, they got some exam coming up. You can either go to Boston Technical High, Umana, or Latin Academy. Not Umana, I'm sorry. Latin Academy or Boston Latin Academy. And I was like, okay. I lived in Dorchester, and my area was crazy. So the school for my area was the Jeremiah E. Burke, and that was in the middle of the community. So it's like, oh Lord, please, I don't want to go there. I don't want to go there. I'm gonna have to fight. I already had to fight in High Park High. Now if I go here with the community people from here, and there, oh Lord, everybody got different personalities. I was like, you know, traumatized. And I had anxiety already and didn't even know it. I had anxiety already. I had anxiety about High Park High, and I had big anxiety about the Jeremiah E. Burke. Now, my best friend Sheila, she went to the Burke, and boy, the stories I heard about that school was crazy. And my school, I got in. I passed the exam. I went and took the test, me and like 4 of my friends. It was raining that morning. I think I was about maybe 13, and it was raining. I got on the T, and I went with my friends to take the exam. I was the only one who got in, and I was so grateful and surprised. The next day, I had told my mom, you know, I took the test, and she was like, okay, well, you're definitely smart enough to get in, but don't be disappointed if you don't. You know, doing that thing that mothers do to smooth it out. And I was like, all right, it's cool. If I don't get in, hey, it wasn't meant for me. I got in that school, and it was so diverse. There was Chinese people, there was Caucasians, there was Spanish, you know, all this Latin people, melanin people. It was a diverse melting pot. And I thrived there because everybody was there to learn. It was somebody like, I want to say a college setup. Because everybody was like, you would think that everybody had paid like $10,000 a semester, because a lot of people, we always there to learn. Don't get me wrong. I ain't got suspended. One day I came in, it was a long night. I had to get my brothers to school before I would go. So I came to school. I had 1 beer left over from the night before. I was running for the bus that morning. I was late. I said, I'm gonna take this beer with me to school. I was running from the bus. I fell. I bust my whole ass. and I ripped my Izod pants, okay? I had some pink Izod pants and a nice polo striped shirt. And I said, you know what? I'm getting on this daggone bus. I got on the bus. People was laughing. I didn't care. It was snowing. It was cold. I was getting on that bus that day. Got to school at 8:45. My locker was on the floor with the principals and the principal's office and the guidance office and the nurse's office. My locker was somewhere like in between. I was taking off my coat. I always was in drafting and carpentry and sheet metal and things like that from high school. So the head, my principal, Mr. Lane, and Mr. O'Day, the head of the drafting department, walked by. Good morning. Hey, good morning. I had put the beer up the top of the locker. You know how I got that divide up there? I had put it up there, and I was taking off my coat, and they said, good morning. I said, hey, good morning. Because, see, I was a good student, but I still would get in trouble for a little smoke, supposed to not be in the bathroom. So, you know, a little crazy stuff that now I look back and say, girl, why was you trying to try the people? Anyway, as soon as they walked by, good morning, the beer said, pow, and bust on the floor, okay? It was, and then they looked back and said, oh, I'll never forget, my principal came back, and he put the trash can by me, and I just stopped putting in the trash. He was like, I'll see you in my office when you finish. And I was like, okay. He's like, ooh, St. Pauli girl, you got good taste. You got good taste. I swear to God, I got in school at 7:45. I was suspended by, I got in school at 8:45 and I was suspended by 8:50, okay? I mean, crazy, but those are things that I like to talk about and tell you about, like, you know, my past. And that I had, and I wasn't around people that was like, yo, you need to stop drinking, like go to bed, like go home and go to bed, like you got to get up and go to work tomorrow, you ain't got time to be like, you know, why don't be late. And I should have been telling myself that, but something about me, I just was fumbling the bag. I went to rehab through them. They was like, yo, we love you here. You know, you've been here, you family. So if you need some help, we will do that for you, you know, if you want it. And I did want it. And I had just had my son. I had been there for 5 years at that time. And I had my son, and I said, yeah, I need some help. But that time, I went for my job. That's why it didn't work. I think about it now. That's the main reason why it didn't work. The second time, I went for my kids. Not really so much. My mother. I wouldn't say my mother, and, you know, get her out my ear, because she was getting on my goddamn nerves. Because in my mind, I didn't really have a problem. But okay, let me just go to rehab and see. The third time, bring it back to what I was saying about rock bottom. I was at rock bottom because everything good I had, I was losing. I was getting in trouble by accident on purpose, okay? How could I get these charges when I'm just going to see my neighbor to say thank you for giving my son a jacket, a brand new jacket? I want to take a $20 here, girl. We all in the hood. We ain't got no money. If you did for me, let me at least do this for you. And I got jumped. Talking about black nigga, go back to Dorchester where you belong and take your kids. I blacked out. I beat up everybody in the whole place. So, and that was just the people who tried to jump me. So it was 3 people who came in and tried to take my space. At the end of the day, always stay true to yourself. Stay true to your dreams. Don't let nobody, and I mean nobody, come tell you what you cannot do, okay, or what might not happen. If I would have sat there in the same state, being mad at my daughter, upset with my son for what he said, and just carrying all that anger, I know I wouldn't have got the blessing of the gallery opening. You see what I'm saying? I hate that the girl got sick, and I hope she's doing better, okay? But I believe and declare, if I would not have treated those two situations the way I did and let it go, because see, I got anxiety. I can't be harboring things too long, especially things I can't control. The surrender things about, but there's certain things that you just can't control. And control and being controlling mannerisms will have you always upset when a person is just trying to do it their way, okay? Let a person live their life. I gotta let my son go and live his life, okay? I can't be mad at that, because see, now it's not about me anything. A lot of times you gotta step outside yourself and say, yo, this ain't about me. This is about his growth. And then with my daughter, this ain't about me. My baby was sick. I know if she would have remembered, she's the one who hooked me up with it. So she forgot. It's normal. You know what I mean? Come on. When you start being like, why you forget? That's judging. And that's trying to control the whole situation. Okay? The universe works in our favor. Let the universe do its thing, okay? Let the aliens, the angels, the ancestors, I summons them every day to help me with God Almighty. Please, Lord, help me be the best person I can be. I don't want to judge nobody. And if I can't help somebody, I will definitely not hurt them. And that's my heart. And that's my spirit. And that's why I keep on going on with these shows. And I do take my shows to people instead of people having to come to me. All right? I want to go to the men's jails. I want to go to the women's jails. I want to go back to the battered women's shelter where I survived from, where I had to stay for 8 months. I want to go to the scattered sites developments and go tell them women, this is just temporary. You might be in a scattered site today, but tomorrow your Section 8 will come through. Just don't give up. Okay, and have faith. You could be just like me. I thought that gallery was out the mix. I'd have said, you know what? Like I said, I was going to have a show here. I was going to have a show out in Middleborough. I was just going to keep on going. But I was not going to be mad at my daughter. And God knows I love my kids down to the ground. My son, I'm praying till my knees bleed, okay? That God, you take care of him. I send an angel and I tell some of the ancestors, go hang out with him. Make sure he's straight. And I trust and believe that. My spirituality is right. And that's the thing. I want everybody, if you're religious, that's great. But get your spirituality right so you can survive on this world right now, okay? Survive on this earth every day with trials and tribulations, okay? Because they're going to come. But you got to know some things you control, some things you can't control, right? Please don't overexert yourself. Like I always say, there's 24 hours in a day. There's 7 days in a week. And there's 4 weeks in a month, okay? And there's 12 months in a year. That's what we're working with. But for today, let's just get through the day. A lot of people looks like projects. Okay, I got to do this and do that, and then Thursday, and then, you know, you get overwhelmed, you know what I mean? Sometimes it's good to plan, but don't get overwhelmed with it. Make your schedule, do your calendar, look at it. This is what I do. Look. I make my little schedule, and then I go by it, okay? This helps me, and I know will help you, and it helps me not to get overwhelmed, and I can see what everything I gotta do. I don't miss anything, okay? I don't miss anything. I'm on late, I'm on time, and I'm scheduled. Shout out to the iPhone with that damn alarm. Hello, keeps me on point. And today, for the last part of my workshop today, is I'm going to pull these cards and their famous quotes from famous people. I'm glad that I got this opportunity to exhibit, show my whole exhibit. My paintings are so beautiful. I hope you like them when you see them on this. I'm going to let you see some. And I got some pictures, but you be the judge and you let me know and give me some feedback. You can shout out at the BCA and their website, email, and let them know. Let them know how you feel about my show and my paintings, okay? All right. I don't want to just pick from one of these. I found these little cards at Target. I ripped off the paper, so I don't even know who to give credit to who made these, but these are awesome. I said, you know what? I am going to take this to my show and I'm going to read one every night at the end of the show. Okay. And this one says, the most incredible thing about miracles is that they happen. And that's by G.K. Chesterton. That's good. The most incredible thing about miracles is that they happen. You know what? That's a good way to end the show. Shout out to G.K. Chesterton. 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 Okay, you guys. Yeah, and don't forget that. Okay, miracles do happen. And that's funny that I picked that because that's what happened to me. This is a miracle about the piano factory in my exhibit. You know, I walked in there and I swear the night that I had my soft opening, it was so bittersweet, you know, and people was like, oh my God, sweet, these are beautiful. And I'm like, and I can't believe it because it's like I've been manifesting this for so long. And I just want to say again, and we're going to shut it down with this, absolutely, because what better way than to shut down this program and say goodbye to next time, not goodbye, see you later, is that me and my niece, Sandra, that I talk about all the time. I'll never forget when we walked in that gallery, I said one day, that was 2017, I said, Sandra, one day our paintings are gonna be hanging in here, girl. We gonna be like, yes, Picasso, Angelo Sweets, okay? And we laughed about that and we was so serious. I was like, nah, for real. And then she said, yeah, we can do it, we sure can. And if I would have known that I would be telling you guys in 2023, July, I manifested this in 2017, right? 2023, here it is, the miracle is happening, right? My paintings are hanging up, and I definitely brought her paintings to hang her paintings up too. So not only did I manifest this, we manifest this, me and Sandra, even though we're gonna take a moment of silence for her. We love you, Sandra. I love you, girl. And I know you're still here with me. Even though you're not physically here, we made it. We made it because I still do this for me and for you. So miracles do come true. And that was a good card to pick, you guys. That was real good. The most important, the most incredible thing about miracles is that they happen. So don't forget about that, you guys. Miracles do happen. And you know what people think? When you manifest, if it don't happen within a year, forget it then. You know what I mean? Manifesting don't work. The thing about manifestation is you gotta believe that it's gonna happen. You don't know when it's gonna happen, but you gotta believe down in your soul that, look, I know this is going to happen. And in my spirit, in my soul, nothing and nobody's going to kill my spirit. Nobody's going to break me down, okay? And this is possible. This is possible because I'm going to do it. And you show yourself, first of all, and then you show all the haters. Look at me down now. And like, let me tell you something about haters. You need them. We need y'all to get our strength and get ourselves together. And you know what? We'll be all right in the end of the day. But believe in yourself. The most important thing about miracles is they do happen. Please believe that. Please always believe that. And I'm going to take that message away with me today. And I want y'all all to have a good day, good evening, love and hugs from your girl Sweets and the Artz Over Anxiety workshop.